Really?
Do you think you're the right coach to be coaching this team right now?
Do you think you're the right coach for this team?
You know what? The funny thing is, Tom, I saw this press conference. That guy's not even there. That's just a recording. They just pushed the button. Hey, do you think you should be coaching this team?
I do. I feel like I just keep fighting and keep going. I mean, the record doesn't show it, but I have great belief in myself. And I dust them off. I'll go and dust them off and go back to class. That's what the game of football is about. Dusting off, standing back up, and going back to work. And that's exactly what I'll do.
Yep. Going to dust off the players. I know they haven't done anything. They need dusted off.
I gotta dust them off. Off. Hey, ho, ho, I believe in what I'm doing. Look what I'm doing. Hey. You know what, Tom? One time I wanted toast. I wanted some toast. And 2.5 years later, I finally got it right. I got a piece of toast.
I won't go in your tank. If you got a tank and you're in the tank, I will not join you.
Nope. Can't swim. Don't have my water wings. Can't be getting in the tank.
My water wings.
All right, so who's up next on the Detroit Lions hit parade? Who they have next?
Minnesota.
Minnesota, that's right. You just said that, right?
Yeah, then they go to Indianapolis, then they host New Orleans, then they're at Green Bay. They're going to be 0-16.
Hot diggity. I tell you what, I think that they might just pull it out against the Saints.
No!
They might.
You don't want that to happen, do you?
I know I don't want it to happen, but they might.
0-16.
They might. They might. And I'll tell you what, this is the week to start Gus Frerotte.
Oh, yeah. Well, last week would have been a good week to have Gus Frerotte.
If you had Gus Frerotte in an Oscar-winning performance league, you probably would have won your game, because did you see that flop he did when Agunlier bumped him in the back?
Man, I thought I was watching a soccer game.
Dude, I know. He went down, and it wasn't even so much that he went down, but once he went down, he flopped on the ground and spread his wings out like a 6-year-old playing dead.
In college basketball, they will penalize you now for a fake flop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They shouldn't penalize Frerotte for that fake flop, but I thought it was funny. He's laying on the ground going, is the flag out? Is the flag out?
Right? Can I get up yet? It's the same way in soccer. They do that. They go down, and oh my God, they're dying. They're in pain. Their body's broken in half, and the red card comes out, and then, okay, now I can get up. Good. Got him. Good.
Yeah, well, as an American, isn't that what the red card means? You can get up now?
What do you mean?
I thought that's what the red card meant. I didn't know it meant anything else. I thought that meant that the guy on the ground's allowed to get up now.
In soccer?
Yes.
Well, the guy that knocked him down is out of the game.
Oh.
The red card goes against the guy who committed the penalty.
I'm telling you, man, you can't touch the ball with your hands. You knock a guy down, you get thrown out of the game. I don't want to put it in mild terms, Tom, but this is a pussy sport. Like coach of fags.
Yeah, let me see one of their players shoot themselves in the leg and then come show up and want to play next week.
Damn straight.
Dude, Plaxico Burress is a moron.
He's an absolute moron.
Oh, my God.
He's an absolute moron. A moron. And so is Antonio Pierce. What a dumbass this guy is.
Oh, my God, I know.
I'm going to hide the gun. Dude, have you ever seen Law and Order? How can you live in the year 2000 on up and not have seen at least one episode of Law and Order? You don't go hide the gun for your friend. It never works out.
Nope.
Lenny will come and get your ass. Well, Sergeant Joe Friday, pardon me, Plaxico, we need you to come with us. If you'll just surrender to the deputy, son.
Right.
$100,000
bail. Grand jury hearing set for March 31st. Plaxico has not entered a plea. That was funny. I know. The prosecutor wanted a $250,000 bail due to the nature of the felony.
Oh, Christ. Tom Coughlin fucking fines him that for leaving a hair on the soap.
Well, his attorney argued. He says, this guy's got a $35 million contract. He's not going anywhere, and the judge agreed.
The thing is most of that's bonus money, and they might take it away.
Right.
So they might take it away, and Drew Rosenhaus is rather testy about that.
Oh, I know. He's on there campaigning for his... Well, you know what? And if that's my agent, that's what I want him to do.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm not going to fault him for that.
That's right. But I tell you what, him and Tony Kornheiser are not friends. I don't know if anybody saw that interview.
No, they aren't.
They are not friends. Kornheiser looked like he'd rather be sitting next to a lump of garbage.
Let's see. There's an illegal weapons charge, which would cost Plaxico 3.5 to 15 years in prison. His lawyer's argument is that the gun in question had been registered in Florida, and even though Plax has a house in New Jersey, he spends half his time in Florida.
He's Plaxico. That's his argument. He's Plaxico. Look at the touchdown catch against the Patriots. Remember? Come on. He's going to look at everybody on that jury and say, how many of y'all are Giants fans? Come on.
Should we say what we're talking about? I would think everybody in the football-carrying world knows.
They have to know what they're talking about. But just in case, here is a late-breaking news story for Straight to the Bank Cartoon Radio Hour. Very good, very good. That's a good start.
WFAN reports the New York Giants have placed Plaxico Burress on the suspended non-football injury list, ending his season.
Mike Francis of WFAN here. Got some late-breaking news here from Plaxico. Give me some mustard. Hey, don't leave the whole bottle. Plaxico shot himself with a...
People in their cars are like, shot himself in the what? Jesus Christ!
Well, after a physical exam revealed that Burress would miss at least 4 to 6 weeks due to the gunshot wound, they put him on the suspended non-football injury list.
Antonio Pierce was... You could just put your finger in it, right? You could play. Nothing happened. Just put your finger in and pretend.
Oh, hey, the suspensions came down.
Oh, yeah, the suspensions have come down.
Yeah, for the players that use the diuretic.
The diuretic suspensions. Man, we are nitpicky.
Oh, shit, man, that's going to kill the Vikings.
Oh, yeah? Okay, so both of their tackles now, right?
Yeah, well, let's see.
The Williams boys.
Well, Deuce McAllister, Charles Grant, and Will Smith from the Saints are gone.
Well, there goes my Super Bowl pick.
Right. And Kevin and Pat Williams of Minnesota's gone, and Brian Pittman of Houston.
Kevin and Pat Williams. Sounds like a married couple.
I know.
Hi, we're the Williamses. We've done some steroids, and we wanted to cover him up.
Grady Jackson did not get suspended.
Grady Jackson? How could you prove he took anything? I mean, Jesus Christ. How deep do you have to stick a needle just to find a vein in that big fat motherfucker? I'm sorry, Commissioner. We can't tell if he's been doing anything. We keep pulling goo out of there.
Wow.
We stick a needle in and maple syrup comes out.
That stuff just came across the wire.
Apparently so. Late breaking news right here on the Bang Cartoon Radio Hour. Of course, by the time you hear this, it'll be 3 or 4 days old. Right. But hey, man, it's news to you right now.
All right. Michael Bloomberg, mayor of New York City.
Michael Bloomberg, mayor of New York City, is going to be sitting there wondering whether or not how many of his fans are Giants fans. How many people are his voters are Giants fans?
Well, he says they got to prosecute to the full extent of the law.
If you carry a loaded handgun, you go to automatic 3.5 years in the slammer.
In the slammer.
And I don't think that anybody should be exempt from that. And I think it'd be an outrage if we didn't prosecute to the fullest extent of the law, particularly people who live in the public domain, make their living because of their visibility. They are the role models for our kids. And if we don't prosecute to the fullest extent of the law them, I don't know who on earth we would. It makes a sham, a mockery of the law.
All right, first off, I'm tired of people telling me that these athletes are the role models for our kids. Anybody that still tries to get these athletes to... It's been 25 years since we figured that out, buddy.
I know. Get over it.
And besides, he's a Jets fan. He had Brett Favre to his mansion, remember?
I know.
In August.
Right. Jets fan. That's right.
He did. Favre brought him a jersey. God dang right, boy. Put that boy Plaxico in jail. Black man with a gun? Oh, hell yeah, boy.
Well, he's mad because nobody reported the gunshot, and he says the evidence is pretty concrete.
It's pretty hard to argue the guy didn't have a gun and that it wasn't loaded. You've got bullet holes in and out to show that it was there. The police only found out about this because of a story on television. The hospital didn't call, and the Giants didn't call, and the Giants should have picked up the phone right away.
The club painted over the blood stain on the floor.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen to this whole massive cover-up that went on.
It's a conspiracy, Tom.
Let's see here. Detective seized a .40 caliber gun from his New Jersey home. Mm-hmm. All right, here it is. His web of deceit, they called it.
The web of deceit.
Taking his gun from the Midtown Club Latin Quarter, where workers never called authorities and even cleaned up afterwards.
Right.
He spent 90 minutes making frantic phone calls to figure out where his wound could be discreetly treated.
Calling his gangbanger friends for a sawbones.
He got special treatment. He got special treatment at New York Cornell Hospital, where he gave his name as Harris Smith and said he'd been shot at an Applebee's restaurant.
Yo, I was at Applebee's, yo. I wanted the riblets, yo. And, this bitch shot me.
I was sitting there with my son.
He's goggling.
Yeah.
He was goggling, and then somebody shot me in the ass.
It says the hospital workers recognized him as Plaxico Burress, but they let him.
My name is Harris
Smith. They let him go on. They did not report the gunshot, which is required by law, and police found the gun at the home, his Tottawa home, sources said, after they were told it was in his kitchen.
Tottawa?
Tottawa. Totowa.
Would you believe we're on Mexico? Huh?